Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Julius DeBerry with Majestic Studios. I got a quick video tip that I wanted to show you today about something near and dear to all of our hearts. Some of us call them click tracks, some of us call them loops, but at the end of the day, they're tracks that we put percussion sounds in. We use them to center front of house to increase the ambience of our tracks to make them sound more full. We use them to keep the drummer locked to a tempo. They have many different uses, but the Kronos has a unique feature that I think is awesome. I wanted to show you guys how to use it. Let's jump right into it and take a look at what the Kronos has to offer. All right, so the Kronos has a feature called drum track. The drum track is basically a loop or a percussion track built into each program in the Kronos. You can use them in the programs, you can use them in the combis, but they're tied to those specific sounds. So you can assign uh, loops to those sounds and then use them when you call those sounds up for your specific songs. Okay, so what I did today, I went ahead and pre-programmed a click track just to save time so you guys could hear it. And this is the track we're going to utilize in this video to give this example. So here it is. I'm going to let you hear what it sounds like. Okay, so that's a 4 measure loop that we're using for this example. Just a little click track in there, and we're going to show you how to add that into your tracks. All right, so the first thing that we do is you record the track. After you get the track recorded, you go into this area called Pattern or PPR. All right, so this is the pattern edit menu. In this menu, you're able to edit your patterns in various ways and also give them names. You have user patterns and you also have preset patterns that you're able to use. You get to the preset patterns right here at the top of the screen where it says preset, and you're able to select from hundreds of different preset patterns that the keyboard already has. We've discussed that before in some of the other videos. But what we're going to be dealing with here is the user patterns. Okay. So the first thing we need to do is we need to tell the keyboard where to get the information from to create this pattern with. So we recorded the pattern into our sequencer on MIDI track 1. It's right here in this section, and we used the Studio Standard Kit to record that track. Okay, so again, we're in RPPR mode. First, we're going to go to Pattern Edit using the drop-down menu at the top right of the screen, and we're going to go Get from MIDI track. This tells the keyboard that I would like to get information from the MIDI track in order to create the pattern in this mode here. So we push Get from MIDI track. We're able to select which song we're getting the track from, which MIDI track the information is coming from, and the measure that we want the track to start at. So we push OK because we're at song 000. We're taking the information from MIDI track 1, and we would like it to start at measure 1. So okay, so we push OK. It takes the information and creates the pattern. Okay, so just to let you hear what we've done. All right, if I push start, you'll hear the pattern. Okay, and just to let you see, if we select another pattern, I'm on pattern 01 now, you're not able to hear anything. If I go to pattern 02, and you see those numbers changing right there, you're not able to hear anything because we haven't put anything in those slots yet. But we did just assign our percussion track, our loop, to user 00. And there it is. Okay, so all right, so the next thing we have to do, you'll probably want to name it so you can keep up with it. So you push pattern name right here, the second tab, and it allows you to name patterns. You could have as many as 100 patterns in this section, and you can assign all of these to various areas within your tracks or your songs or your programs and combis. But we have ours right here in user slot user 00, and we push this T here beside it to add the name. I've already called it shout. I'm going to push OK to give it the name. All right, so now the pattern has been played, it's been recorded, and it's been assigned a name and a slot in our user bank. Okay, so the next thing we have to do is we have to tell the keyboard that we would like to send this pattern to the drum track feature, so the keyboard can use it as a program drum track. Okay, so again, you push this drop down button at the top right of the screen, and then you go to convert to drum track pattern. So you push convert to drum track pattern, and it's going to ask you, where are we sending this drum track pattern to? All right, and they have, like, I think there's 1,000 slots that you can assign these patterns to. It's some crazy number. Let's see. Yep, 1,000 slots. All right, and gosh, keep having problems with this stylus. All right, you have 1,000 slots that you can put your own patterns. Okay, but we're going to send ours to slot 0. All right, so you're sending the drum track pattern to slot 0. All right, you can actually tell it, if you select this slot, it will take all of the patterns that you have put here, all the patterns you have in your song, and it will put them in your drum track pattern menu to be selected from. So again, we go to convert the drum track pattern. We don't want to select this here because we only have one pattern that we're working with right now, so we deselect this. Note only is fine, and we push OK. So what it just did there is it copied the pattern 0, 0, to drum track pattern user 0, 0, 0. All right, so I just wanted to make sure that I reiterated the fact that if you had recorded several patterns and had set them all here and assigned them in the user slots, that when you converted them to drum track patterns, you could have converted them all at one time, and they would have all been available in your drum track pattern menu. So you don't have to just do one track at a time. I'm just trying to show you how this works. To let you know what the steps are. But if you want to record, 20 tracks and get them all set up and have all your loops done at one time and convert it over to drum track patterns, that'd be awesome. It probably would save you a lot of time. So anyway, now that we have converted our drum track pattern, our loop pattern, to a drum track pattern, we're going to now go and try to access it. Excuse me. All right. So we head over to program mode, and you just push the button PROG. Program mode is where the KRONOS houses single sounds. Combi mode, you can layer multiple sounds together. So we're in program mode here now with just a regular German grand piano. All right, so now we're going to add that drum track pattern into our program, into our KRONOS German grand piano. We're going to add that drum track pattern that we just finished making into this sound. Okay, so you push common, and then you select the tab that says drum track. Normally it'll be under program basic when you push common. You just push drum track to get to the drum track parameters. And right here you have two key sections at the top of the screen. One says drum track pattern, the other one says drum track parameters. All right, so when the drum track pattern, you're wanting to go in here and you're wanting to select that drum track, that pattern that you just saved while we were in the sequence mode. So you'll go pattern. It'll normally be on preset, so you'll push pattern and you go to user, and then you select this slot and you scroll through until you find that pattern that you just made. And that's why it's good to name them, so they'll be a lot easier to keep up with. So ours is named shout, and that's what we've selected here. So now our drum track pattern has been selected. All right, this section here is called the drum track pattern parameters. This is where you select the kit that you would like to play the sounds from your from the pattern that you selected. All right, so you'll push program. You guys remember we use the Studio Standard kit. So you push the program button and you scroll through until you find whatever kit it was that you used. Ours was Studio Standard. You'll select OK. This is the volume that controls the volume that your drum track pattern will play at. 0 being the lowest, 127 being the highest. All right. And then you have this area here called trigger. This has a couple of different options under mode, latch, and sync. We're going to talk about mode and latch. All right. No, 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 not latch. We'll talk about just the mode. That's the most important one, I think. So it's going to tell you, do you want to wait on the keyboard trigger, or do you want it to start immediately? Start immediately. It will start. The click track will start as soon as you push the drum track button. So I'm gonna show you that. This is gonna start immediately. So as soon as I push the drum, oh, and the drum track button is on the left side of the screen, in your control panel area, right underneath the main volume. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 buttons. It's the fourth button down. It's labeled drum track. So as soon as you push drum track, you should start hearing that click track. So let's see if it works. All right, so you see it's much slower than normal, because the program is set at 118 beats a minute, and when we made it, we were at 152 beats a minute. So that's another cool thing. Whatever the tempo is that your song is, you can go ahead and set it here and save it with the program, and when the drum track starts to play, it'll automatically play at that tempo. So I'm gonna push 152 because that's the tempo that we had it set at, and as soon as I push drum track, the click track starts. All right, so the other option would be wait on keyboard trigger. So wait keyboard trigger is the second option. And what that does is when you turn the button, push the button, drum track lights up and starts to blink. What it's doing now is the keyboard is waiting for you to push a button on the KRONOS key bed in order to trigger that drum track pattern to start. So I'm just going to press a key. I'm going to press middle C, just for example. And you see it starts playing. All right, so that's all that this section right here does, is it just tells the keyboard when do you want it to start playing the drum track. All right, now the last couple of things are really cool too. You can auto load the EQ from the program, or you can bypass it. All right, excuse me. You can set the EQ for your drum track pattern. So if you want to add more highs to it, or if you want to add more lows to it, you can just click right here, and this is EQ is specifically for the drum track pattern. It doesn't affect your program, your piano at all. It's just the drum track pattern. All right. Now this is the last thing, and this is really awesome. I think people are going to get a lot of use out of this. On the back of the KRONOS, there are 4 mono outputs. All right, 4 mono outputs. This is in addition to the stereo left and right that are on the back of the keyboard. You have 4 extra outputs. You can send this click track, this loop, specifically out of outputs. All right, you can send it out of outputs 1, send it out of output 2, out of output 3, out of output 4. In a mono send, it'll go out. Or you can send it stereo out of channels 1 and 2. They're auto linked together. Or outputs 3 and 4 if you want to send it out stereo. Now, while this is cool, it's because let's just say you have your drum track playing and front of house goes, man, your drums are too loud. The track coming out of the keyboard is too loud. Turn the keyboard down. Well, when you turn the keyboard down, it will turn the volume of your loop down, but it will also turn the volume of whatever patch you're playing down as well. So if you send the loop out of a separate output, then that's either 1, 2, 3, 4, or the stereo signals. The house can control that separately. So if you're the kind of keyboard player that sends tracks to your drummer, and you have everything sent to a little mixer where you submix it and then send it to the drummer, then you can send your loops out of a separate channel into your mixer and control that volume that's being sent to your drummer or to your house separately from the volume of your keyboard. That's amazing. That's amazing. You guys don't have to admit it. That is awesome that the KRONOS did that. It's awesome. All right. So everything that we just did here in program mode, we can double up and do it in Combi mode. Same thing. We're going to push Gotta remember which button it is. Here it is. EQ vector control. Go to drum track. Now the only thing that's different here is we don't have the EQ or the outputs. That stuff is done in another area. But again, you can select the pattern. We're gonna go to user. Got our pattern 000 shout. And we're telling it when to start playing. Right now it's gonna start immediately. So when I push drum track, we'll start hearing it. All right, you heard all those piano sounds. Well, guess why that happened? Because right here, it's on MIDI channel 2. So if you go and look at your combi, MIDI channel 2 is a piano. All right. So if I was to go and put track number 2 on drums and studio standard kit, push OK, and then make sure that that track is actually on MIDI channel 2, and it is. I went to timbre parameter, and then right here, channel 2. Track 2 is on MIDI channel 2. And then so now when I push this drum track button, we should hear the drum track. All right, so I'm sure you guys' mind is just lit up now with curiosity. So this open up the world for a lot of different options as far as your click tracks and programming, your drum tracks and loops. Um, for your performances, you can have a combi set up with up to 16 sounds, and your drum track, you know, set to go. If you use the same, like guys in church, if you use the same layers on all your songs, then what you would want to do is just set all your programs up. I'm gonna show you this here. You set all of your drum track patterns here, and just between each song, you just go in and you select a new pattern, and that loop will be for the next song. Just make sure it's set on the right MIDI channel. Make sure you have the right loop selected, and make sure the tempo is correct. And you can do a lot with that. I probably wouldn't. The fastest way to do it would be to make separate sounds. Like at one point, I had different sounds made, and I would just name the sound whatever song I was using it for. So if there was a cover I was playing or a song I was playing for the choir, I would have the name of the song right here, and that is the sound or the layer that I have built for that specific song. And then you could put the drum track in that song, and when it's time to go, you just uh, pull up whatever sound it is you're looking for, and push drum track, and you're ready to go. All right, guys, this has been another Korg KRONOS video from Majestic Studios. And I think this one is going to be a favorite of people's. I think guys are going to like that. I haven't really ever heard people talking about this feature, and it's an awesome feature. So anyway, just another Korg KRONOS video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope it helps you. If you have any questions, please ask them below in the comments. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And let me know if there's content that you'd like to see, things specific on the KRONOS or any other keyboards that you'd like to see, and I'll do my best to get videos out for you guys. Hope you have a great day. Take care.